Hello, it's Callie back with another design team project for Cut to You. Today I will be using this fall leaf cut file to create my layout with. This is the paper pad that I will be using. I got this at Hobby Lobby not too long ago, and I'm showing you the cut file that I cut out on this pattern paper and some of the papers that I pulled that I plan on using, and the picture that I plan on using, or pictures, which I end up only using one of those because they're very similar. So I cut about a 3.5 inch strip of the striped paper, and then from that border sheet I just cut out one of the borders that I thought I wanted to cover the seam with, and I have to mess with it for a couple of minutes to decide how or if I even want to use it. And at first I thought I would be going in this, I would be using it this way, but I end up using it horizontally, I believe. Yes. So, and I'm just kind of arranging it on my paper the way that I think that on the desk, the way that I think I want to use it. And this is kind of what I end up with, is right here. So I'm just adding a little bit of my glue to the back of the cut file because I want it to still have a little bit of dimension, and I want to be able to layer under it, so I don't want to completely adhere it to the background. And as you see, I snipped it apart because I wanted to use it all the way across the page, as opposed to just, you know, a little bit of the way. I wanted it to stretch across the whole page. And that's what I love about cut files, because they're very versatile. 99% of the time I'm able to arrange them on the page the way that I want to, just by altering the cut file just a little bit. So here are the cut apart cards from this paper pad, and I really wanted to use that card, but I didn't like it the way it was. And you'll see in a minute what I end up doing to, because I will use that card as my title. And I'm just pulling out a couple more. Those leaves, I cannot remember where I got those from. I've had them in my stash for quite a long time. So I also am going to use this cut apart sheet to back my picture with. The colors are perfect, and I know that I will never use all of these cut apart cards, so they're perfect for layering pieces. And I just chose, I think, 3 of the cards to back my photo with, which I'll end up having to trim my photo just a little bit to make it work with these cards. And I just like the colors in the cards, the dark brown and the green, and they're all fall colors, and they bring a little contrast to the page. So I think about using that light green one, but I end up not using that. So I ended up doing a lot of fussy cutting on this layout. I wanted to use a lot of the pieces that were in the paper pad. As you'll see down there, I cut out the little fox and the pumpkin and the owl and the little woodland creatures. And then the part that I snipped off, I wanted to, of the cut file, I ended up just kind of piecing that above the photo because I wanted that to have wanted it to have more prominence on the page, because once I started layering, I realized I was going to cover a lot of the cut file up, and I wanted that to still be a feature on my layout. So I just added it above the photo a little more. And then I had pulled these are from Jen Hadfield. I can't remember the name of the line, but I didn't like the white border around them, around the flowers. I love the flowers, but wasn't crazy about the white border. It just didn't seem to go with the rest of my layout. So here I am just trimming the white border off. Just very fussy. And I kind of was like, I don't even want to mess with this. This is too much. But I only fussy cut this one die cut out. And then I do end up using those leaves, and I'm just like, I will just live with the white border. It's not that big of a deal. So I just made it work. And so I really just wanted a lot of layers and a lot of texture on this page. And by the way, this page is of me and my husband. It was taken last Thanksgiving, and I have been wanting to scrap this for a while, but I couldn't find the right things to use with it. And I feel like this paper pad, once I pulled it out today and I saw this picture, I thought this is perfect. So, and I love the pumpkin that says thankful for you, because I truly am so thankful for my husband. Y'all have the best. He's my best friend, and we are just so compatible, and I'm so blessed to have him in my life. And he lets me, he encourages my craft. He loves that I scrapbook. He shows interest in what I'm interested in, and I really appreciate him. And he supports my shopping habit too. So he doesn't ever fuss at me for buying too much scrapbook stuff. So if he knows that it makes me happy, so he's pretty special. So here I am, just like I do, because I love to layer. I'm just using all these bits and pieces to create kind of a little fall woodland theme scene. And in the end, I tell you, I really love how this turned out. I was so happy with it. I wasn't really sure where I was going when I started, but once I started layering things and layering more things, I really love how it turned out. It makes me happy to look at this. Do you ever feel that way about your pages? I just like looking at it. It just makes me happy. And then there are those little sunflowers I found at Hobby Lobby in the fall section that I talked about not too long ago, how I love that they're the perfect size for like the finishing touches, or just to fill in those little spots that maybe need a little extra something. So and I am almost through here. I kind of go back and forth. Do I want to add more? But that is it. I finished it, and I love how it turned out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and you get a chance to scrapbook yourself. I hope this has been a little bit of an inspiration for you. So pull up those supplies and get to scrapping, and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.